So we're going to install this 3-pin wiring harness to USB in a BMW today. It comes with a few extra cables. This is for a dash cam. And it connects to where the rain sensor is, so it should only have power when you turn the key on or when the vehicle's powered up. That'll save you from draining the battery. It will not work for standby mode if you have a camera with standby mode. So I'll show you how to get this off in just a second, but here's the tabs on it. There's 3 tabs on the bottom, 1 at the bottom in the front, 2 at the bottom in the back. There's 2 little clips at the top, which you don't really need to worry about the top clips as much. The bottom clips are what's going to keep this in place as far as you getting it on and off. So to get this off, insert your body tool gently up into the plastic and pry it left to right. Again, this doesn't push down or pull down, it goes left to right. So you want to slide the tab so it pulls out to the side. Once you pop that piece off, take the other piece and slide it to the right, and it should come right out of there pretty easy. Now there's a wire hooked up to that, so do not pull the wire off. Just let it dangle. It'll be out of your way for what we're going to do next. Now up in here, you've got a couple cameras that are hooked up already. So there's a camera in the front of this car. All the cars don't have a camera there, so it may only have 1 wire in there. You're going to pop off the 3 or 4-pin wire. Mine happened to have a 3-pin on it. That's why I got a 3-pin adapter. Plug the adapter in place, and then plug the harness back into where you pulled the original plug out from. There's no locking tab on there. You just wiggle and pull on the tab. Do not pull on your wires. Pull on the harness itself. Pull on the tab, the plastic piece, to get it out of there. Once it snaps back up in there, you need to just fit your wires up in there. I just plugged it in to test it to make sure the camera had power. And then we're going to tuck all of our wires back up in the holes. So we're going to slide this piece back in first. Again, it just slides on. You'll see a little tab where it catches. It's just going to kind of dangle there until you put the other piece in. The other piece is what locks it into place. So we're going to slide that up on there. It'll kind of click a little bit, but again, it's going to flop around. And then I just folded all my wires back in there nice and neat, tucked them in so they wouldn't be hanging down. There's 1 piece of the USB wire hanging out the other side. I don't know if you can see it, but I left a small 3-inch lead, 4-inch lead for the dash cam out the other side. And then we're just going to snap the side back in place. Do not force it. It should go back together fairly easy. If it doesn't go back together easy, something's not lined up properly, and you're going to pinch something or break something. And I just kind of guesstimated where I wanted to mount the camera. You can always tuck a little more of that back in if you want to, or pull a little more out if you need it. Now this camera comes with a glass adhesive, which I prefer. We live in the Carolinas, so it gets super hot here, and if you use the suction cups, they fall off. So make sure you clean your glass or prep your glass with alcohol or something. And watch out front here that you don't get in front of your LiDAR or your rain sensor. And make sure when you're looking inside that the camera doesn't hit the pillar there and doesn't actually block half your view. So it's a good spot. It's up behind the mirror. You can't really see the camera. The camera's a Wi-Fi camera, so you don't need to access the camera once it's in there and it has power to it. And then it kind of just hides right behind the mirror. The passenger can see it a little bit, but this is usually a 1-person vehicle, so usually no one's over there anyhow. And the camera does turn off after a few minutes and goes into sleep mode. Now this camera kit did come with a rear-facing camera, so we're going to go ahead and install that on the window. Find the best place for it. The smaller cars like this, if you had a truck or something with a nice flat window, I've got one in my truck. The window's super flat on the back. It makes it for easy tucking on like the left or right side, but since this car has a curved rear window, if you don't get it in the right spot, you're only going to see one side of the road or the other, so it kind of has to go in the middle. To tuck your wires in, your headliners are super tight, especially on BMWs. If you slide this body tool up in there, there's enough room. You can actually just use the tool as kind of a wedge, so you're not pulling down with your hands. You don't want to pull that down and rip it or tear it or get it dirty. Just stick your body tool in there, tuck the wire up in there, and if you have 2 body tools, just keep working your way across all the way until you get to the rubber on the door, or you get to the pillar. Once you get to the pillar, same thing, just take your body tool, stick it in the pillar, make enough room for the wire to slide around, and then get up into the rubber around the door. Once you get up in the rubber around the door, just pull it down a little bit with your finger. Then you can take your fingers and literally slide that wire back through there and work your way around to the back of the car. Find you a good spot to tuck in. Mine actually run down through the bottom part of that pillar because I couldn't get the top part loose, and I just tucked the excess wire down in there.